Hello everyone, I'm so happy you're here today. We're going to be making this really cute mice fun fold card. So here's the front, and then you're going to untie it. And then you have a little card on the inside of the little note card, and then it opens up again, and you have the card on the inside. Isn't that cute? Hi Stampers, this is Dawn, and today we're going to make this really cute fun fold. We're using two Hostess only items. One of them is the Mischievous Mice, which is in the January through June mini catalog. Let me show you where that's at. So this is the current mini catalog, and the Hostess only items are listed in the very back of the catalog on page 90. This is one of the items that you can pick when your order reaches the chart over here for Hostess level items. So you can't purchase these outright. You have to host a party. So you look at the chart, and then you get to spend your Stampin' Rewards on your Hostess items if you want. So this Mischievous Mice stamp set is $12.50. So you can purchase that with your Stampin' Rewards dollars. Okay, and then your designer paper, which is the Pattern Party designer paper. That paper is also a Hostess item, and that's in the annual catalog, which is going to be retiring here in the end of April. Beginning of May will be the new annual catalog. But in the back of the annual catalog on page 170 and 171, these are the Hostess items that are available for your Stampin' Rewards too. Now, mind you, you don't have to use your Stampin' Rewards just on the Hostess items, but this is an extra perk on hosting your own party, I guess you could say, or placing an order for $150 minimum, and then you get your Stampin' Rewards. So this is the Pattern Party designer paper, and it's a big, humongous pack of 12 by 12 paper, and that gingham paper is right here. Okay, so those are two Hostess only items we're going to use on today's card. All right, so we're going to start with the crushed curry. This piece is cut at 5.5 by 10. We're going to score that piece. And then a piece of the basic black. This piece is cut at 3.5 by 7. And I scored it in half at 3.5. So that's going to make your little note card for the front. And then these layers are for the note card. So let's bring this back in here. So the Daffodil Delight is cut at 3.25 by 3.25. The crushed curry is cut at 3 by 3. And then the basic white is cut at 2.75 by 2.75. That's going to be for the front of our note card. So it's going to go like this. Okay. We're going to do some stamping on this piece. And then for the inside of our note card, this piece of daffodil is cut at 3.25 by 3.25. And then this piece of basic white is 3.25 by 3.25. That's going to go on the other side. We're going to also stamp on that. All right. So now I have a piece of Daffodil Delight and a piece of basic white. The daffodils for the front and the basic whites for the inside. These are both cut at 4 by 5.25. And then a piece of the Pattern Party designer paper. This is cut at 1.25 by 5.25. Okay, so let's grab our paper trimmer. Okay, so we're going to first score on the 5.5 by 10 inch piece. Let me open up my arm. We're going to score this at 4.25. Oh, we don't want to cut, we want to score 4.25 and 8.5. Now, if you didn't want to score at 4.25 and 8.5, you could just score it at 1.5 and fold it, and then take your other end here and fold that up into that score line there, and then burnish that edge so then that folds really nice. All right, now let's go ahead and do some stamping. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my 3 pieces of basic white. Now this one's going to be for the front, so let's do that one first. I'm going to use my Memento ink, and I'm going to stamp my little mouse and the piece of cheese on the front, but I'm going to stamp it towards the bottom, towards the edge of the bottom of the basic white, because we want to stamp a greeting along the top. So I'm going to bring this kind of close. Hopefully my head doesn't go in the camera. Hopefully that's good. Okay. Yep, pretty good. And then we're going to go ahead and stamp our greeting. And this says, "Hi, sweet friend." Make sure it's stamping right. We're going to stamp this along the top edge right there. Okay. And then for the inside piece, we're going to stamp the little mouse with the pencil. We're going to stamp him towards the bottom right. And then we're going to say, "It's your birthday." We're going to stamp that like he's writing that out on the inside. So cute. So remember, this is your basic white that's cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And we're going to grab that piece of cheese, but now this time we're only going to be stamping this edge. We're only going to stamp this edge right here of the cheese, okay? Now you can do this 2 different ways. You can just kind of eyeball it, or you can grab a Post-it note. Let me show you. Grab a Post-it note and take the sticky part of the Post-it note and cover up the tail and then also the little whiskers. Right about there looks good. And then you're going to go ahead and ink that up. Okay, then remove the Post-it note, and then you're just going to stamp on the edge of that basic white with just that side piece of that cheese, just like that. And then we're going to stamp just a note to say. That's going to be stamped right in the center. Right there. So all our pieces are stamped. Now I'm just going to go ahead and color one with you. I've already colored them all, but I'm going to show you exactly what I did. So I'm going to color this piece here with you today, all right? So let me grab my Stampin' Blends. Now these are the colors that I used to color all the images. So I used the Smoky Slate, and you got to get these in the combo. So this is the light color that I'm using for my mouse. And then I'm also using the Petal Pink Light for his belly and his ears and his nose. And then the Daffodil Delight combo for the piece of cheese. And then for the inside, I used the Highland Heather for the pencil. Okay, and then I also used the Pool Party to outline the image. All right, so let's go ahead and first color the piece of cheese. I'm going to take the dark daffodil, and I'm just going to outline the cheese, and I'm going to color in the circles. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so there's going to be the front layer to our card. And then here's the other pieces that I went ahead and colored ahead of time. So that's going to be the inside, and then this is the inside of our little note card. Okay, so let's go ahead and build our card. All right, so remember how we opened up the card? It opens up here on the right-hand side, and then it opens up to the left. So we're going to make this one that we're making today open up on the left, open up to the right. Okay, so we're going to have our flap over here on the right hand side. So we're going to put our designer paper over here. So let me go ahead and add that. All right, and then what I did for this piece of daffodil is I took a die. Let me get that. So I took the Picture This die, and it has the circles and the rectangles. I took the circles to make it look like Swiss cheese. So I layered that onto the daffodil, and then I just ran that through the die cut machine. And then I have one that's already cut out, so it kind of looks like Swiss cheese. Isn't it cute? All right, so we got that cut out. That's going to go on the front of our crushed curry right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on with the Stampin' Seal. Put this right on the front. Okay, so there's the card when it closes. Now this, you could still switch it around if you wanted, but I'm gonna make it different than this one. Remember how this one opens up here, right? All right, now we're gonna take our note card and we're gonna have the card open up like this. So this is gonna be the front over here. We're gonna put our two pieces together. This is gonna go on to the daffodil, just like that. And then our little mouse with the cheese is gonna go on to the crushed curry right here. Isn't that cute? All right, we're gonna set that aside and we're gonna decorate the inside of our note card. This piece of our cheese, and just a note to say, is gonna go on the inside left, right over here. Remember, this is your 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Then another piece of the daffodil, 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. It's going to go on this side. Now you could also stamp another greeting over here if you wanted. Okay, so now this is the way the card's going to open up, like this. All right, but first, before we put our note card on, we got to add our ribbon. So let me grab that. This is the gingham ribbon. I'm going to add my adhesive to this 1 1/2 inch panel. I'm going to take my gingham ribbon. I'm going to add that to that. Okay, then we're going to wrap it around. And let me see, how much ribbon are we going to use here? Let me open this up. We're going to cut about 12 inches, let's say. My scissors. Yeah, so cut about 12 inches to wrap around the back side over here. Because remember, you want to have enough ribbon to tie your bow. Okay, then for my note card on the front here, I'm going to add some more adhesive on this edge right here. So now let me show you, because we didn't want to put this on front yet, because we want to put this on over top of the ribbon. So this is the way the card is going to open up on this card right here, like this, right? So we're going to take more ribbon. We're going to put a little tiny edge onto that adhesive as this back here. So we're going to cut this the same, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it here, so we're going to cut it. I'll measure this out to tell you what we're cutting that at. So now this ribbon is about 8 1/2 inches or so. Okay, so we have our one piece over here. Remember, this is how the card is going to open up. Then we can put our mouse and our piece of cheese over top of that piece now. So it's going to hide that ribbon. Okay, and we're going to grab our tearing tape and we're going to flip this over, this card, and put one little strip of adhesive along this back edge. Okay. I'm going to use my take your pick tool. I'm going to peel off the backing of my tearing tape. Now this is where the ribbon that we have on this edge over here, this is going to get covered up with this little note card. And then our tearing tape is going to go right along this edge over here to cover up that ribbon. Just like that. Okay, so then the card opens up like this, and then the inside, which we're going to put the inside in here in just a second. Then you're going to wrap this ribbon around to the back and then tie your bow over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our piece on the inside. Okay, so we're going to put this on the inside. You could also put it on this side if you wanted. I'm just going to put it right over here, just like that. Okay, then you're going to close it. You got your little cheese cutouts there. Then this is going to wrap around here, and we're going to just tie this in a little bow. Just like that, and then adjust the bow. Just cut it down. Just a little bit.
Isn't that cute? Okay, so then here's the other one. Remember how this one ties over to the right-hand side. Let me show you here with them both closed up. Okay. Yeah, so this one's opening up to the left, this one's opening up to the right. Aren't they cute? All right, so that's how you make that really cute double fun fold card. And I'll have all the items listed down below. Then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. And then if you like today's video, give me a thumbs up. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.